Okay, welcome to the Rainforest Minecraft tour. This tour is brought to you by Minecraft and the Rainforest biome, as you can see. Let's begin with the emergent layer. The emergent layer is the highest layer of the Rainforest biome, where we see animals such as the parrot. So it looks like a green macaw. We do see a cockatoo down there. There we have a hyacinth macaw, the largest species of macaw, that blue one right there. And this is the emergent layer. This is where we have most of the birds, some other, the tops of the tallest trees. The most sunlight is available here. It's open. So we do see, unlike other biomes, the rainforest biome is organized vertically, and each vertical layer has is a very different microbiome. So let's move down into the canopy. So the canopy is similar to the emergent layer. However, we're in the dense tree tops now. We're in the tops of the small trees, the middles of the larger trees. We're in the canopy is where a lot of things happen in the rainforest. So we do have more parrots, birds, things like that. We have all kinds of flora and fauna. We have vines. We do see some monkeys in this area occasionally. That's the canopy. Very, very active. A lot of things go on in the canopy. Now let's move on to the understory. The understory is actually the darkest layer of the rainforest. Very little light penetrates down here. As you can see, it is darker. And we do see things like pools of water that just collect here. We have all kinds of things. We have fungi play a major role in the understory, especially decomposing matter. We see some mushrooms here. We see some ferns, smaller plants, all working to recycle nutrients back into the ecosystem to be used by larger organisms. We also see some orchids. Now, orchids can be found at all layers in the canopy, and sometimes, of course, in the emergent layer and in the understory. We see some blue orchids, some purple orchids. We do see some lily pads here in one of these water pools. There's some more ferns. And what's that? That there happens to be a... look at that. This is the mud hut of a indigenous rainforest villager with a cocoa bean right there. Now, they have mastered rudimentary control of fire, as you can see, but these are very primitive societies, and they do not like human encroachment. This guy seems to be friendly, but many times these indigenous natives will shoot arrows at modern humans that try to explore. So they are living in mostly protected areas now, free from human encroachment. Moving on, let's explore, let's go across this river and let's look at some of the effects of human encroachment on the rainforest biome and many bad things that can happen from that. Now we have here deforestation. Oh, so upsetting. This used to be a mine for whatever this mineral is, probably cobalt or lithium, some other rare earth metal. The mining company has come in here and destroyed this whole area, exposed the stone. What happens is we have an ecological disaster. The removal of trees and other plants creates runoff. The removal of these habitats causes extinction. Here we have an ocelot here that is actually going to die before our eyes because it hasn't been able to eat enough food to support itself. Because, as you can see, the lower level consumers, the peccaries, are dying before our eyes because they haven't had enough plants to eat because all the plants have been destroyed by the mining company. And this goat, sheep, it's a goat, there are no sheep in the rainforest, this thing is also dying. Very, very upsetting to see. We do have some birds, some ground chicken type things, which are also dying. As you can see, the deforestation is the major threat to rainforest ecosystems today. It is the #1 threat. And some solutions are, of course, stop these companies from doing that, and we can do that through legislation. But the primary thing is to restrict the incentives. Regulations by governments. Of course, many governments are creating protected rainforest reserves, but it still isn't enough. So many of these rainforests are being destroyed. A square mile of rainforest can contain over 100,000 species, and many of them are just unique to that area. So conservation of these areas is extremely important. Just a small area being killed can lead to extinction of a species. So this is our rainforest biome. Of course, there is still a lot of rainforest that is untouched by humankind. However, the more we encroach on it, the greater harm we cause for the planet. So I'm going to return here to our area. Thank you for watching the rainforest tour of Minecraft, the Minecraft tour of the rainforest. It was a pleasure bringing this to you. Thank you.